Good evening and welcome to The Business Coach, a show in which you out to help entrepreneurs better their businesses. My name is Ian Dennis, and tonight I'm going to be having a conversation with a gentleman who's an entrepreneur in the car auto dealership. And I'll just find out how his journey has been, and I'm sure probably you've seen it on social media. But before I get to introduce my guest, I want to just remind you each and every morning from Monday to Friday, right here on KTN Home, you can watch the Business Coach reruns. And on Tuesday, join me on Instagram for the Business Coach Instagram Live. But before I get to introduce my guest, here's a short bio of my guest, Patrick Mwangi. Patrick Mwangi, alias Mwangi wa Mercedes, is the founder of Mwangi Mercedes Limited, a Mombasa-based car dealership. Mwangi has been in business for over a decade, having started out in the Mitumba business. Patrick.
Yes, sir.
Habari ya Mombasa.
Man.
Thanks so much for joining me on the show. I know you're supposed to have rushed to go home, but najua traffic ya coast. At least tumetungojea hapa kwa show. So, asante sana. I just wanted to start off now just to find out. I know we've been facing the corona pandemic, economy has been affected, and I want just to find out in terms of importation of cars and the business of cars, selling cars, how much have you guys been affected?
Okay, well, thanks for having me today. Pandemic has been a major cause of low business. And the main thing is that with the lockdowns that we are having in the beginning of the pandemic, we expect clients to come from up country to Mombasa. So with the lockdowns that we had earlier when the pandemic just began had an impact, a very huge impact. We didn't have any sales at all. We actually had to always open late and close very early. Mm-hmm. So this pandemic has really affected everyone in this industry.
And right now, at least people can now move. Watu wanaweza kuja Mombasa. Has the business picked up a bit?
Yeah, we thank God that it's picking up slowly by slowly. At least it's not where we were like maybe in 1.5 months ago. Mm-hmm. Right now, at least the business has picked up.
And all the entrepreneurs, kila mtu anakuja show, I'm just trying to have a conversation and trying to have their reflection in terms of what this period has taught them. You as a car dealer, imekufunza nini?
It's really tricky, man. You know, no one saw this coming in the first place. So it's nothing that you would have expected in any way. Mm-hmm. So we had a few delays in terms of shipping. You find that you purchased a unit from overseas, and shipping it because of the movements also overseas were slow. We had issues. We had so many delays. Some of these units that we ship, some are orders.
Yeah.
You've already agreed with the client that at a certain date, the vehicle should be around here in Mombasa. So with the pandemic, when it began, with the slowdown of everything, we had to adjust. We had to talk to these clients also. Time was of the essence, and we really lost a lot of time.
Yeah. So you're commonly known not as Patrick Mwangi, but Mwangi wa Mercedes. And you always see everywhere on social media, and I think you do a lot of business with a lot of celebrities and a lot of, people that we know, personalities. So let me just take me back, or rather, let me take you back. Where did that name, or rather that nickname that has stuck with you, Mwangi wa Mercedes, where did it come from?
Yeah, apparently, Mwangi Mercedes actually dropped the war, Ian. Mwangi Mercedes came through a deal I had with Otile Brown. Mm-hmm. There was this Benz that he was supposed to buy. That is almost like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Apparently, there was a commotion in the social media about how he was planning to purchase it.
Yeah.
Now guys were like, this Mwangi Mercedes who was supposed to be selling Otile Brown this Benz.
Yeah.
Where Vera Sidika was supposed to top up 500 Gs.
Yeah.
To Otile Brown. So guys were like, Mwangi wa Mercedes, you're the one bringing issues to this couple. Mm-hmm. Now, and that's how I was introduced to social media actually.
Yeah.
And I had to take the name from there onwards. Because before then I was going by the name Mwangi St. Patrick's. Actually, by the time I was selling, maybe before that issue, I sold a unit to DJ City.
Yeah.
So on his advert part, whereby after we had completed the deal,
yeah,
he offered to give me an advert.
Yeah.
So if you can peruse my social media, you'll find the advert where I introduce myself as Mwangi St. Patrick.
Yeah.
But after this saga with Otile Brown and Vera Sidika and the Benz and Mwangi,
yeah,
no, Mwangi Mercedes was built from there.
And how much effect did it have on your business? Because I'm sure before all this happened and before this social media, which literally spikes up the business, how much effect did it have now on you as an entrepreneur and as a business?
I won't lie, that came as a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Because from there, actually before then, all my pages were, I didn't have seriousness in terms of
social media
business account of social media. I had only one account, which was one.
Yeah.
And funny enough, it was private.
Yeah.
So with that, guys would go and check because you see after Otile eventually bought the Benz. So after he bought the Benz, he tagged me that I've sold this car.
Yeah.
And he told me, bro, you need to open up your gram, whereby let it not be private anymore.
Yeah.
If you own business, you need to let it to the public.
Yeah.
So with that, I opened up my gram. I won't lie, I had like close to 1,000 followers.
Yeah.
But after that, within a week, I was around 6K.
And most of your clients that you post on the platform, or rather on your page, Mwangi Mercedes, are celebrities that you know of. Otile Brown, DJ Shiti was a show right here on KTN Home. How did you manage to attract this certain kind of clientele? Was it your intention or just a matter of incidents?
No, this was not planned. I never knew that I'm going to deal with this kind of people. Apparently, what they do once you see once you deal with the first one, they push word of mouth to their colleagues.
I think you're having this conversation on the Instagram conversation you had earlier on about your journey and how you came to starting off this business, the car business, because I know you're doing the Mitumba business before, but take me through how exactly this came to be. How did you land into this business?
Maybe I would try and, I don't know what time you have.
Let's just go. Our break is coming soon, but to answer to, you have quite an interesting story.
Yeah, but eventually, after school, I never went to any college.
Mm-hmm.
I was introduced to Mitumba business by a friend of mine.
Yeah.
That was back in Nyahururu.
Yeah. Which year was that?
That was around 2006, 2005, 2006.
Yeah.
Then I shifted base and I went to Thika. And when I went to Thika, I met with a friend who was also doing Mitumba business. So apparently, with him, I began as an employee. He used to pay me, buy me lunch and pay me 50 shillings. So from there, I saved to 1,000 bob, and I spoke to him and asked him if he would kindly get me clothes worth 1,000 shillings. So there were several pieces, almost like 10, because one was going for like 100 shillings.
So that's you start your capital to the Mitumba business was 1,000 bob.
Yeah, it was 1,000 shillings.
And which year was that?
That was we're talking of 2006.
2006.
At 2005 I was in Nyahururu. Now 2006 I moved to Thika.
Mm-hmm.
So with 1,000 bob, I had a very good friend who didn't look down on me. This guy went to Mitumba, came with there were these jumpers these lady jumpers that have hoods.
Yeah.
They were costing like 100 shillings.
Yeah.
So he brought 10. And apparently I sold all 10 of them. And I sold them at around 200 shillings.
Yeah. So it was 100% profit.
100% profit.
Yeah.
And now from there, from step by step, I moved and I got my own kibanda now, because you see I was being housed with this kibanda.
All right.
I got my own kibanda. I apparently got two. Yeah, I got two, and then kidogo I had to move now from Thika to Mombasa.
All right.
Mwangi,
let me pause you. Well, let's get a pause here for when ukimove kwa kibanda, because we have to take a short commercial break. So yeah, we're going to be continuing this interesting story with Mwangi or Mercedes. So don't touch that dial. I'll see you after the break.